This work on number is to do with highest common factors and cube roots and cubing numbers and squaring numbers. So when we're looking at this one, we're asked to find the highest common factor of 30 and 75. So the first step is to find the highest common factor, and then we can find the number that we are asked for. So with 30, I tend to do highest common factors this way. So 2 goes into 30 15 times. 2 won't go into 15, but 3 will, and it will go in 5 times. And then 5 goes into 5 once. So the number 30 is 2 times 3 times 5. Similar thing for 75. I tried 2 to start with. Won't go, so I try 3. 3 goes into 75 25 times. I can divide that by 5 to get 5, and I can divide that by 5 to get 1. So 75 is 3 times 5 times 5. Look for what's common to both numbers. We've got a 3 times 5 there and a 3 times 5 there. So highest common factor of 30 and 75 is 15. But 15 is the square root of the number I want. So we know that the square root of the number I want is 15. So x is 15 squared, which is 225. So as you can see, we follow it through and we explain what we're doing. Now this one, as you can see, it's a two-part question. The first part, find the cube root of 32.768. Second part, find the number asked for. So we want 32.768 cube root, and when we work that out, we find that that is 3.2, but that is 33 1/3%. Well, 33 1/3% is 1/3, so we know that x divided by 3 equals 3.2. So this implies that x equals 3.2 times 3, which is 9.6. And again, show your workings out. Now this is your bonus material on finding the lowest common multiple of 8 and 12. Now quite often you start doing these questions and you'll have something like 3 and 5 or 5 and 7 or 5 and 8. And what we tend to do is we tend to say, simple method, do 8 times 12. So that's 96. So that's the lowest common multiple. But the alarm bells start to ring then, because when we look at the multiples of 8 and 12, the first 6 multiples of 8 are 8 through 48, and the first 4 multiples of 12 are 12 through 48. Now you can see on both of those lists, what we have is we've got the number 24. So we can see that the lowest common multiple of 8 and 12 is 24. It's not 96. So what we do is, if we divide 8 times 12, which is 96, by 24, which is the lowest common multiple of x and y, we get the value 4. And that value of 4 is actually the highest common factor of 8 and 12. So we have a generic formula that defines the lowest common multiple of any two given numbers, or any three numbers, but generally speaking it's two numbers. We multiply the two numbers together and we divide by the highest common factor. So if you take 3 and 5, you would multiply 3 times 5 and you would divide by 1. That's why it looks sometimes that the lowest common multiple is just multiplying the two numbers together, because the highest common factor is 1. But if it isn't 1, then it does significantly alter the number that we have. Here we go.